step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Rivers fires this into the flat, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Third and long for Rivers. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Looking deep here for Ebron. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron, 35 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a three-point game, but instead it'll stay at one.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up two, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for two here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Back, 180. Back, 180.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Throwing on second and long. Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so two remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a third and long. From the gun, Rivers. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Back now in Indianapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a one-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Johnson jostles free. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. DeForest Buckner getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. So the sack and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And the pressure gets to him again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Fielded at the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Rivers now, the throw on first down. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it second and short.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 40-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down. Rivers, he's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. On first down, Taylor. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Here's Rivers. He's got Burton here. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
They'll try and run it here. And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for 2, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the fourth.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Pass incomplete. Intended for Jalen Samuels. Xavier Rhodes on the coverage.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. One last shot for Roethlisberger. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Final score, Colts 11.
Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. On to get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
The ball carrier
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
7-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
33-yard line.
180, 180.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
380. Push him back. Push him back. Hey, 79.
Rivers now from the 50. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rivers. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Rivers on 1st down. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Rivers' throw going to be taken in by Campbell. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 15 yards. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. The first carry now for Benny Snell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Snell. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Colts 7, Steelers nothing.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
A gain of 29 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down now, Snell. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. It's a foot race past the 20, and he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Guys, they'll be even more aggressive.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the
On 2nd down, Snell. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Ball carrier. The tackle made by Malik Hooker.
Trying to run for it with Snell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
The tackle made by...
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Time rolls around. Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
On down.
First and 10, Taylor now. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Switch up. 198. Watch 98.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Looking for Campbell downfield. His target, it's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, 38 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, this is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll run with Snell to begin the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Snell again. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 21 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Out of bounds at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Pittsburgh.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
At the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Roethlisberger connecting with James Washington. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Boy, still a half plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Looking for Campbell downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
on first down. Snell, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Pittsburgh.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Like 20.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger, and he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Roethlisberger's pass.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up fourth.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because one play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Two yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the essence of the running game.
Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a third and 10.
Brings up third and 10.
So now third and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Working out of the gun, Rivers looking for Campbell downfield. This is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Rigoberto
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
2nd and 5.
To throw again on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 there. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
17 yards.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 8 coming up. Now Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. The Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
Hey, I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
55, Mike, 55. Go. Go. Hey, easy, easy. Cluster. You got nothing. Mike, bye-bye.
Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is brought in at the 21. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Complete.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. But defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
A gain of
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
1st down.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
Washington.
The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
2nd down.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Steelers.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, but it'll be 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Ben to throw again. Got an open man, it's Washington. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 21. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Pittsburgh.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Makes it
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete. Getting in there to break that one up, Rock Ya-Sin.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for only a couple. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They're going to run. Here's Connor, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a two-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for two. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful two-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners, and we say so long from Indianapolis.